Hello and welcome to my 8th video in my Part 3 Java MTA course. In this video we're going to be looking at assignment operators. So in Java there are a number of ways to shorten code or reduce the amount of code, and you might encounter some of this in the MTA exam. So this video is just to make sure that when you go into the exam there are no surprises or odd looking code. As always, we're going to do a quick introduction of the key information, and then I'm going to give you some questions to see if we can cement that knowledge. So let's get started. So in the exam, you might encounter some code that has been written to reduce the amount of actual code needed. So in Java development, there's many ways to reduce the amount of code that you have to write. So in the exam, we need to make sure that you understand the shorthand operators for assignment. So if we have a integer here, if we want to, let's say, add 10 onto that variable, instead of saying number 1 equals number 1 plus 10, we can just say number 1 plus equals 10, and that would output 20. The same thing, if you have number 1 equals number 1 minus 10, you can say number 1 minus equals 10. Same with multiplication, you can say number 1 times equals 10, and that is the equivalent of saying number 1 equals number 1 times 10, and that would output 100. So again, if you see this in the exam, this video is just to make sure that nothing confuses you and you stay focused on answering the questions. So I'm going to throw some questions at you just to make sure that this information is cemented in this quick video. Okay, so we have the code here. What I would like you to do is just pause the video and see if you can answer these questions. So hopefully you've paused the video. Let's go through. So on line 13, what would be displayed if we outputted this? So if we did number 1 plus 90, so if we did 10 plus 90, that would output 100 here. Okay, and line 14, then if we times number 1 by 2, that would equal 200. Because the new value of number 1 is now 100 from line 13. Then if we divide that by 10, we've got 20. Okay, so again, if you say number 1 divided by equals 10 is saying number 1 equals number 1 divided by 10, which is 20. Line 16, we're saying number 1 minus equals is the same as saying number 1 equals number 1 minus 15, which would be 5. And then the last one again is just adding 5 to number 1 and then assigning it to number 1, which means 10. So hopefully you got all of them right, and hopefully you're just now familiar with these assignment operators. So if you do see them in an exam and you haven't seen them before, then you'll feel confident that you can still answer these questions. Okay, so we're coming to the end of the video, and before you go, make sure you can answer these questions. So if you are able to do the shorthand operator for adding 100 to any variable, then I'd say you've got a good understanding of the video. If you can remember all 4 shorthand assignment operators, then I think that's the level that you need to do to be comfortable of passing the MTA exam. And then for a bit more of a challenge, what do you think this would do to your code? So if you have a comment or if you want to answer any of these questions, please leave it in the comment below. If you found this video useful, please like, and if you want to keep up to date with the rest of my MTA videos, please subscribe to my channel or have a look at my playlist, as there are a lot of MTA videos available.